Hello again. This is Discussion Forum on Public Education in the United States. Okay, let's talk about the how the public education system in the States is doing. We have been talking about the failure of the public education in the States. Is there any data that shows that it's failure?
Well, I believe there is some data to show the failings. One of those failings, I believe, was actually a proposed solution in the past, and that is the No Child Left Behind law. This law was designed early in the last decade to provide some sort of accountability among public schools in reading and math scores, ensure that all students were at a similar level, but this has really taken teaching to the test, standardized multiple choice testing, obviously nothing like the real world, and many schools have had to cut programs in the arts, cut out recess, and generally teachers are frustrated with the program. And I believe there are some good intentions behind the law, but it's really not getting at the main, some of the main problems.
Adding to James' point, there is data from a National Science Board report. They says in both science and math, most students did not reach the proficiency performance level nationalized. For example, 1/3 of 4th grade, 1/3 of 8th grade, and 1/3 of 12th grade did not reach the proficiency test. It implies that the high school kids don't have a sufficient foundation in math and science, particularly, and this is an indicator that when they go to college, they would struggle.
I would agree to that. Just to throw out a few more stats here, 68% of 8th graders will fail the reading proficiency tests. There's just so many different standards put in place. Another example is American students rank 25th in math and 21st in science compared to students in many industrialized countries. In America's top math students rank 25th out of 30. That's pretty pitiful in my book, especially for the standards that we claim to have on our own. Indeed.
Well, I'm from Korea, and our system is doing a great job. America is doing a horrible job in math and science. They should implement something.
I agree.
Have you ever enjoyed mathematics?
No.
You?
That is a fascinating question. No, I've never, but no.
Because in my country, in Korea, and even in most of Asian countries, they actually like mathematics.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because it is easier than language, generally speaking.
I find that fascinating. At least in my experience going through high school, it was always sort of like a dreading thing where they would just teach it so dry. There's no fun, there's no imagination put into how it's taught. It's just out of a book.
I mean, that's why if we see the Olympiad, that's Math Olympic or Science Olympic, lots of Asian students go there and get the medals. In the past, some Americans got the medals, but they were Chinese Americans. Okay, we'll come back to you shortly.